glad I did. I like Oakley. I like being owner-operator rather than an employee driver. But there's a lot of factors to consider. And you know, talking about like taking my truck to the MHC Kenworth dealership in Little Rock. You know, I've had my truck worked on at, you know, just smaller little shops around a couple of times. You know, it's cheaper typically to do that, but I normally go to the MHC dealership there in Little Rock because they kind of make a commitment to Oakley drivers to try to take care of us, you know. And I've found that even though I may be paying a premium price for my repairs, parts, and whatnot, I can usually leave my truck there when I get in town, drive it over there. They'll usually give me a ride back to the yard, and then in most cases, they can get my truck repaired over the weekend while I'm doing my weekend break, and then I can go pick it up, you know, without losing any road time. So that's worth something. Oh, thank you for squeezing through there, car. So, yeah, you know, and they're good to work with the NTP warranty, you know, my aftermarket warranty I got when I bought this truck. They know the processes with NTP, and I don't have to mess with that. You know, if it's something that's covered through NTP, they handle that. So like this weekend, you know, I took my truck out there late Friday afternoon, and then they called me Sunday morning and said it's ready. Of course, they called me Saturday to kind of give me a report of their findings, and then Sunday morning they had it ready, and my wife and I went out there Sunday afternoon, and she dropped me off. I picked up the truck, took it back to the North Little Rock yard, and went ahead and hooked up to the trailer, got it kind of ready to go. So, you know, fit my schedule easily, didn't lose any road time, wasn't late getting this load delivered. And now that it's getting cool at night, up north it's getting cool all the time, I didn't want to get stuck out here somewhere and not have any defrost, you know, or heat, mainly the defrost. You don't want to be stuck somewhere where it's 34 degrees and you're trying to leave out at 5 in the morning and you got no defrost. It could be a problem. All right, well, I will say real quick, you know, I was talking about some new contacts. I've had several guys email me recently. I've got, like I said, I've got one guy, a Maverick driver who's supposed to start, I think, in about a week. Orlando. He lives in Central Arkansas, so he'll be in a similar situation as I am. And then I've got another fellow, I'm not sure where he lives. Oh, Mississippi. He lives in Mississippi. I'm supposed to call him later today, talk. And then I've got a fellow that just emailed me last night from Georgia. I'll be talking to him too, you know. So I appreciate you guys reaching out to me. That's why I do these videos, you know, because when I was looking at changing careers, you know, getting out of the newspaper business and thinking about becoming a trucker, I probably would never have gotten into trucking if it weren't for some of the guys, you know, that I started watching their videos, you know, and learning and trying to figure out if this is something I wanted to do. So, you know, it really helped me watching those videos. So I try to just give you a good picture of what I'm doing out here. You know, I talk about my trips, the timing, the money. I try to just give you a fair, honest report of how things are out here. I don't sugarcoat things and try to pump you full of hoorah information, you know, and persuade you to do something in particular. Just trying to give you a real picture of what it's like so you can make a good decision. Anyway, that's enough talking for now. All right, folks. So I've arrived here at Most Incorporated in Jackson, Tennessee. And been out there on the park by the road for about 10 minutes. Got my mud flaps put away. Got my tarp rolled back. And the guy just called and said, come on to the scale. Said he'd give me a green light when he's ready for me to move up to the office. Okay. Woo, 79. See how it's bouncing around? You might not can see it. 79, 760. If you remember when I got this load, I was right at 80,000. So I've burned a couple 100 pounds of fuel getting here. All right, there's a green light. Now this other Oakley can hop on the scale and get out of here. And then what we're gonna do is pull over here. Check into the office over here to the right. All right, guys. So I'm just leaving Most Incorporated here, Jackson, Tennessee. Good news is they've sent me a load picking up about 6 miles from here in Denmark, Tennessee. I'm not sure if I've ever picked up at this place before. And then it goes back to Osceola, Arkansas to Big River Steel, which I've been to several times. The bad news is I had to sit and wait about an hour and 20 minutes for them to send me the load. So I don't know if the freight is just slow or my dispatcher is overwhelmed. But anyway, you know, it's like that sometimes. But yeah, supposedly my GPS says that I'm only about 8 minutes from this place, so that's about as close of a dispatch as you'll ever get. All right, well, I'll try to show you some when I get there. Okay, folks, so I'm about a half a mile from my shipper, Denmark, Tennessee. And I'm pretty sure now that I've gotten back here pretty close, pretty sure I've been here before. I remember this little tiny road and a couple of sharp turns I had to make to get on it. And I remember this place, you have to drive around to the back and get on the scale and then back off the scale and go get loaded. That's kind of a different kind of setup. Yeah, little bitty roads in Tennessee. It's a beautiful day though. 58 degrees. sky, I'll take it. Won't be long and we'll have snow or ice on the roads and we'll be wishing we had a day like this. All right, this is the place. I remember it. My work order calls it A1 Waste, but this sign says DIY Auto Parts. And as I remember, we're gonna get loaded over here to the right. But I'm gonna have to pull around. Straight ahead there is an office where I checked in the last time. I guess I'll pull over here and go check in, and then we'll have to go around to the building there to the right, unless they've changed it up. Okay, it's gonna be a little simpler than I thought. Guy came over and talked to me, verified where I was going, and told me I can just kind of U-turn around here, and we're gonna back in. You might be able to see it here, but they've got a little slanted loading area here right beside this platform. So I'm gonna back into this little slanted spot, and then he's gonna load with that front end loader. I told him what my empty weight was, and he said he can tell fairly accurately how much he's putting in. And then once we get loaded, I'll go get on the scale and they'll see if they need to take some off or put some on. So let's see if we can back up in here. It's kind of weird because you can't really see that well. All right. Okay, I'll try to show you some of the load. Okay guys, so he just dumped in the first load. You can see they got, they call this stuff punchings, is what my work order says. Looks like he's getting the biggest of the batch right now. So I rolled my tarp off, and he had me take out all of my bows except for the last one and the front one. So, and he said he'd try to leave me room where I can get in my front door here and climb up and put my bows back. That helps. Otherwise, I have to climb up the ladder on the back, which I had to do every time with that old steel trailer. I tell you, I like this trailer because all the bows came out pretty easy. I didn't have to bang on them with a hammer. So again, this load is going to go to Big River Steel in Osceola. So I'm assuming we'll be delivering into the big raw material yard down by the river. So now he's moving over into the smaller stuff. Well, it's dusty out here. Every now and then the wind blows up a big old cloud of dust. Had to roll my windows up or my truck will be all dirty. All right, I'll show you one more dump. Looks like he's getting to the smaller stuff. This stuff here looks like just a bunch of knife blades. That's about the size of the metal. So this will be a pretty short trip. From here to Osceola is probably just maybe 2 hours. 2 hours, 2.5 hours maybe. All right, so that's how it works. Okay. So, when I went back and got on the scale, I couldn't see the weight. There's no display out there, but the office radios the loader and told him, in my case, they wanted him to put about 3,000 more pounds on. So I also had him get on his magnet crane and move about 1,000 pounds from the back to the front. I was reading a little heavy in the back. Here's another Oakley driver that's just come in. And while the guy was getting on his magnet loader, I told this driver how it works, what to do. So let's go see what we weigh. I don't think I filmed this before. This wouldn't be so bad if you could get loaded just right the first time, where you didn't have to come back around for more and do this all over again. Oh, because I don't like backing off of scales. All right, we'll give you a look. So here is the scale. And way off to the left there on the back side of the office, they've got a traffic light. Green lights are good. Red light, they want you to go back and either get some taken off or have some put on. All right. Now I can't see any kind of scale number. I'm just looking for the traffic light. And I don't know, I'm not getting anything. Come on, people. All right, maybe they're on the phone or something. Oh wait, red light. Dadgummit. Must be too heavy now. See, now I gotta go back and do this all again. All right, the loader said they wanted 500 more pounds put on. Oh, so here we go again. Oh, mercy. Well, let's hope he didn't put too much on. I'm getting dizzy going around in circles here. That must be the mailman. Yep, mail woman. All right. So that other driver can hop on there now, or back in there and get loaded. Hopefully I'm good this time. All right, so there's no need to show you this again. Hallelujah, we have a green light. So we're gonna back off of this scale, and I'll show you, just for the sake of you drivers that never been here before. Maybe this video will help you if you do come here. I'm gonna back off. I'm gonna tell you, when you back off of this scale and hang a left here, be careful, because they got some cars sitting here, and if you don't watch it, the back of your trailer is going to hit one of these cars. So swing as wide as you can. All right, so there's the back side of the office and the traffic light up there on the wall. So I think what I'm supposed to do is pull over here go in and get my paperwork, put my bows in, tarp, then I can get on out of here. I'll try not to block the road here because that other driver's gonna have to come back here. Okay, before I start putting my bows on, I'm gonna show you this. You gotta be careful walking on this stuff. Just little slivers of steel. If you fell down on this stuff, you'd probably end up with a few cuts. I got one of my bows that fell off out there and I just threw it up into the trailer. So I gotta put it back on. So let me get my bows on, tarp on, and I'll go get my paperwork. Okay guys, so I'm at Big River Steel. I didn't film all the entry and stuff because I've been here several times recently. But let me show you the product dump. This is it right here. You see the guys working on it right there with the claw. So that's it. I've already got my door shut, my mud flaps back on. My tarp is still rolled back, but I have to leave it that way until I scale out. So there's a shot of him. He's kind of cleaning up some of the recent dump and putting it up on the pile. So just giving you a look at that. Pretty cool. So a lot of raw material back here. All right, that's that. Let's get out of here.